Good afternoon to all of you. Today, Honorable Principal Sir, teachers, and my lovely students, in our school, it is fortunate that a debate competition is being organized. So, 8 students are participating in this debate, and we have separated the team. Team A is here, who are speaking in the favor. In the team A, the 4 students are here: Anjali Yadav, Sarika Mangal, Pari Bansal, and Aman Singh. And the team B, 4 students are speaking, in which Ishita Khandelwal, Sanchit, Khushi, and Priya Yadav. So the topic is very clear. The topic is that each single gender schools are better than co-ed schools. So we will start from the topic just now. First of all, I would like to call Anjali Yadav. She will speak in the favor of this topic.
So, good afternoon all of you, and I am Anjali. Today we are all having the debate on the single gender schools are better than the co-ed schools. I am in the favor of this topic that the single gender schools are really better than the co-ed schools, because in the single gender schools there is adoption of the better techniques for the teachings. Because in the single gender school it is very simple for the educators to adopt the techniques by which the students can learn more and more the skills, and it is related to the approaches of the better outcomes inside their academics. They are able to get more skills, and in the 2004, according to an study, it is also declared that single gender schools are there so that the children would get more skills and it make their learning more and more potential. Because in single gender school and in classes there is less distraction of the children. So that's all I want to say about it. I firmly oppose this point. As you said, there is a good facility, but I don't think that co-educational systems do not have all these equipments or skills. They do have all these equipments and skills. So I don't think there is any kind of criteria which sets up that single gender school is good or better than co-education school.
First of all, I have to introduce myself. I am Sarika Agarwal, and now I am in the favor of that single gender schools are much better than co-ed schools. Much better than co-ed schools. As we are not, I appreciate you very much, but we are not saying that co-ed schools are not bad, but we are saying that single gender schools are much better than co-ed school, because as you listening in today's time there are many rape cases and abuse cases which are happened in co-ed schools. The student have two paths in his life. First, that makes its bright future, and the next is that which destroys future. If a school is be single gender schools, then it will be more chance for a student to go on a bright future path, not at all destroy his future.
I strictly oppose her opinion as she shared that many rape cases occur in co-education school. First of all, not a single rape case occurred in the school campus, which the schools which follow co-educational schools. Generally, in rare cases, some abuse cases occurs. The second thing, co-education schools provide a better platform to the students. They challenge the students studying in co-education schools to perform the best of their capability. This makes the environment safe, competitive, and motivating. Second, today in all over the world, most of the schools are co-education. They follow the practice of co-education. Generally, the number of schools of single gender education are very less, and the students are very high in number. So it's not possible for the country or the government to teach all their students in single gender schools. And as people support co-education schools more, so the government will not fund the single gender schools more. And that's the reason co-education schools have an upper end as compared to the single gender schools.
I really not agree with your point that in the single gender schools the students are able to get more education, they are able to more get success. Because what about the peoples in the rural areas who are just concerned about the safety of their children's girl child? Because recently in the study it is believed that in the USA also that the single gender schools are increasing because of this reason that in the rural areas the people are not sending their girl daughter, and this result in the girls are not getting the better education. Over the past in the history also we have seen that the single gender schools are open for just a provision to provide a better education to the girls also. So we can say that the single gender schools are very good than the co-ed schools, because the people are able to send their children freely in the schools. Second, you said that they are able to do best, because I want to say that the best does not depend on the co-ed schools or the single gender schools. It depends upon the gaining power of a children. If you are gaining very much good skills inside the co-ed schools or in the single gender school, then you are able to do best. So I think this point is not good that only co-ed schools children are able to do best in every field. I have a different point. As you said, the girls are not safe in single gender school. I have a data regarding 2015 May. On that day, in girls' hostel, there was a very abusive method has been done from the girls' side or the boys' side. I don't know about that, but from the boys' side, they raped a girl. So that was a girl hostel. So what could you say about that? Was she safe there? Of course, she was not safe there. Second, you said that gaining power in the single gender school are comparatively more. I don't agree this, because equipments are equal in single gender schools as well as co-ed schools. So I think both gain each equally. Now I want to tell you that I didn't say that the gaining power is more in this. I just said that success does not depend on the co-ed school, as the Sanchit told that before, that they are doing best. So I just want to tell you that in the co-ed schools or in the single gender school, it does not depend on that. I want to tell that point. And you said that the girls are not safe, but I think that the co-ed schools are just not good than the single gender schools, because many don't you think that in the many military schools are also opening, they are also single gender. So I want to tell that they are single gender because it removes the distraction from their life, and if they are not distracted, less self-conscious, they are able to learn more. So I think that the military schools are also single gender.
First of all, the military schools are not adopted by the practice of single gender. They used to adopt the practice of co-education as well. Second thing, for distraction, we cannot blame a complete education system of co-education or a single gender. The quality of distraction depends on the personal mindset and individual's thinking. Second, it is very important to interact with the opposite gender. Because if you will study in single gender school, it doesn't matter, you will study for 10, 15, 20 years until your age of getting employment. But after that, what you will do? You cannot sit idle at the home if you will not get. Most of the organization you will work in, the jobs are mixed gender. Very less number of organizations are single gender. And if you will just make your mindset to get a single gender job, so that's not completely possible, and it cannot be assured that you will get it. But for that, you cannot sit idle at the home. So at last, you have to go for mixed gender, and if you will not be habitual of the habit of knowing the mindsets of the opposing gender, it cannot be concluded that you will be success in your life completely as much as you want.
Single gender schools, there are many of the opportunities provided to girls nowadays. They are providing the mentorship programs and just programs of the science, technology, engineering, and in the maths field. They are providing many of the opportunities, because I think that in the co-ed schools, there may be inappropriate ratio of the girls and boys who are participating into many of the activities. But in the single gender schools, all are getting the opportunities, and it also removes the difference in the ratios, because the girls are not able to do best, I think, in the science technology fields. So they are also empowered at their time so that they can do best and develop their skills. First of all, he has not mentioned this topic that the opportunities are not there. Opportunities are equal in co-ed school as well as in single gender school. And what you talked about is ratio. I don't think that ratio can define a person's or a children's education or his success, what the success he will get in his life. And you said about distraction, right? Before a minute you said about distraction. I think distractions are in each school. You may be in your home, you may be in your town, there will be distractions, but it depends upon a child and how he is performing in his studies and how he is focusing on anything he wants to do. You said that distractions depend on that. Yeah, I am really agree with this point. But I want to say that there are different of the methods. All of the children don't want to destroy their future. But still, due to the many of the hormonal change it's not in their control because many of the hormonal change, they are just attracted to the other genders. But in the single gender schools, they are living with their own gender peoples. And it also depends on that a person or a child is not able to develop. If she is a girl or a boy, she was not able to express himself or herself in the front of other genders. So it is better for him or her to have in the single gender schools, because in the single gender school he might be able to develop his skills, and also when he develops his skills, get more education, then after some time or later on, whenever he will know about the single gender and be able to express himself in the front of own gender peoples, so after that he will maybe get confidence to express himself in the front of other genders whenever he get to know that about not of that hesitating in the front of other genders.
My name is Krishna Shekhawat and today I'm here in debate. So that as Anjali said, our opponent here about hormonal change. As you're sure that hormonal change does not occur in single gender schools. We are doing whole day, whole hours from single gender school. We are not coming outside. We are not gathering here and there, and we are not talking about any else thing other. So I'm asking that. Why the hormone change is also in the gender school, single gender school also, and co-education schools also.
Even though there are hormonal changes, but they will be in both the gender schools, but they won't be attracted because there are no boys or girls children in single gender schools. Like there are only one gender students in the school. Plus in single gender schools, students are able to present their views more clearly and honestly. They are able to speak with high confidence. They can do various things which they cannot do in co-educational schools.
I am Priya and I oppose them as in single gender schools it promotes stereotypes, as we know that in single gender boys and girls are separated, so it creates stereotypes and inequality among them. And in co-ed it is the best method for equality among them, as we know that in our past our country was used to be a male dominant, and by studying girls and boys together, they get to know about each other and understand their views, and it creates a great competition among them, and it enhances their knowledge. And we get to know that it also reduces gender discrimination among boys and girls, and it also removes hesitation, as we know that in future we get job opportunities only in there are various mixed sectors.
I am Aman Singh and I am standing in the favor of single gender schools are better than cooperative schools. So first of all, she said that it's a gender inequality, but in single gender school, every school like boys school will favor the boys and girls school will favor the boys. No, there is no gender inequality, and some of them are not all are equal, but some of them of rude mindset. Not all peoples are equal. Some families do not want that hers or her girl child or boy child learn with other gender.
Now time has got over, and first of all I thank Team A and Team B both because they have performed well. It was not the matter of facts that we have to speak in the favor or against. It was the matter of factual data. According to factual data, both schools are right in their places. So once again I thank you. We have reached the pros and cons of something. So I thank you once again to all of you. Thank you everyone.